I never thought I would die that day. It was an ordinary Tuesday. I woke up early, made my usual cup of coffee, and glanced at the to-do list sitting on my kitchen counter. The day looked busy, but nothing out of the ordinary. I kissed my wife goodbye, grabbed my briefcase, and stepped into the cold morning air. For years, my life had been on autopilot. I worked long hours in a corporate office, surrounded by the constant hum of printers, the clatter of keyboards, and the cold glow of fluorescent lights. Every day started the same: emails, meetings, deadlines, and every day ended the same: late nights, takeout dinners, and a mind full of unresolved thoughts. I told myself I was building a future, providing for my family, chasing the American dream. But I was also ignoring the warning signs: tightness in my chest, shortness of breath, constant fatigue. I ate whatever was quick, drank more coffee than water, and convinced myself that sleep was optional. At night, when I finally lay in bed, the darkness wasn't restful. It was filled with replayed arguments, regrets from the past, and fears about the future. Sometimes I would stare at the ceiling, thinking of the people I hadn't forgiven. The weight of it all sat on my chest like an invisible stone. I thought this was normal. I thought everyone lived this way. I didn't realize that my habits, both physical and emotional, were slowly killing me from the inside out. It was late morning when it began. I was sitting at my desk, scrolling through a spreadsheet, when a sudden pressure gripped my chest. At first, I thought it was indigestion. I shifted in my chair, trying to shake it off, but the pain grew sharper, radiating down my left arm. The office around me blurred. I heard the muffled sound of my coworker asking if I was okay. Then my vision tunneled, and the world began to fade. The last thing I remember seeing in this world was my coffee cup tipping over, spilling across the desk. And then, nothing. Silence. But I was still aware. Somehow, I was floating above the scene, looking down at my own body slumped in the chair. I saw people rushing toward me, shouting my name, calling for help. One man was pressing on my chest compressions, while another dialed 911. And yet I felt no pain, only a strange calmness, as if the chaos around me no longer belonged to me. Then I noticed it. A light. It wasn't harsh, like staring at the sun. It was soft, golden, and somehow alive. The light seemed to draw me in. The closer I moved toward it, the more I felt layers of fear, shame, and exhaustion fall away. It was as if every wound in my heart was being gently healed. And then, through the light, I saw him. A figure dressed in white walking toward me. His face was familiar in a way I can't explain, like I had always known him even before I was born. It was Jesus. His eyes met mine, and in that instant, I understood everything. I saw my entire life, every moment, every choice, both the ones I was proud of and the ones I wanted to forget. And yet there was no condemnation, only love. Pure, unconditional, endless love. We walked together, though I didn't feel my feet touch the ground. He spoke without moving his lips, yet I heard every word in my heart. "Your time here isn't finished," he said. "But before you return, you must know this: if you want to truly live the life I designed for you." Then he told me something that seemed so simple and yet so profound. Every night, before you sleep, forgive. Release the anger, release the bitterness, and give thanks for one thing from your day. At first, I didn't understand why he would focus on something so small, but then he showed me scenes from my own life, moments when I had clung to anger for days, weeks, even years. I saw how that bitterness poisoned my relationships, my mind, even my body. Then he showed me moments when I had chosen to forgive, moments when I had felt genuine gratitude. Those moments were filled with light, life-giving light, that seemed to flow through every part of me. Later, after I returned, I learned something incredible. Science agrees with what Jesus told me. Harvard researchers have found that people who regularly practice forgiveness and gratitude experience lower blood pressure, reduced stress, and a stronger immune system. One long-term study showed they live on average 7 years longer than those who don't. What Jesus gave me wasn't just a spiritual truth, it was also a physical one, a nightly habit that could transform not just the soul, but the body itself. Jesus looked at me with kindness and said, "Go back, share this, and live it." The light around us began to fade. I felt myself being pulled backward, away from that warmth, away from his presence. Then, pain. A rush of cold air into my lungs, the beeping of machines, voices shouting, "We've got him back!" My eyes opened to the fluorescent lights of the hospital. A doctor was leaning over me, relief written all over his face. I had been gone for 4 minutes. Since that day, I have never gone to sleep without forgiving someone, even if that someone is myself. I always find one thing to be grateful for, no matter how small. It has changed my marriage. It has improved my health. It has given me a peace I never knew before. So tonight, before you close your eyes, let go of the anger. Find one thing you're grateful for, and watch how God can transform your heart, your health, and your life.